shows the difference in the map, so I appreciate that. So as a final consideration, this is what the district map would look like. This is the map that is considered the draft final, air quotes, for our consideration.
Mr. Ledbetter, I think when we met with Mr. Simmons and Clay in his office recently, as I recall, they no longer use streets. They use a street to do this, is that correct?
That is correct. They do not use streets any longer to bound the districts. They use property lines. And there was a reason for it. If we've got a zoning or a rezoning in an area, it's cleaner to use a property line as they move forward for redistricting, because the lines may change if someone comes in, a developer comes in and buys the property and redevelops it for a subdivision, and they're not bound by a street because it wouldn't be there today, but it might be there in 3 years. But they can bind it based on a property line.
I thought that would be interesting to mention again, because we're live and our constituents and stakeholders can understand why that is now as opposed to the way it was in the past.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
One last question. I'm just curious. I know there's some proposed development, especially I think out in District 4, out off of Williamson Road. And I know that. How would that affect us going forward? Would it just, we have a projected amount of people that may come or whatever? How would that affect things going forward?
That was actually one of the conversations that I had with the Office of Reapportionment, and they look at the comp plan that the county currently has, and they're looking at how we're going to develop those areas, and they take that level of consideration into discussion for moving our map forward. We've got 10 years, and it may take us 10 years to get all of those developments put into play, and at the end of those 10 years, we'll have a chance to sit back down and go through this exercise one more time. But our comp plan is extremely important for us, not only as a county, but for the school board as well. How do we set our comprehensive plan up in a way that will help our state, help us as we walk this journey forward? And I appreciate you bringing that up, because we're in the process of letting that contract the 3rd of January at the county, so that we can get our comp plan scheduled for all of our public hearings over the next 10 months.
Board member?
County has already adopted this?
The county has not.
Okay.
That's actually a really good question. One of the conversations that we've had over the last month is that it would come across very, very strong for the state, very, very strong for our communities if we do a collaborative adoption of a resolution so that we can move this forward for the state. Our intent is to be in front of the line for January 10th when our legislators go back into session. This is a part of the process where we collectively resolve that we're going to move and agree the redistricting lines. And then our local legislators will drop the bill into local legislation for the January 10th session, and then they will adopt it into law.
Mr. Chairman, just a couple of things, if I can.
Go ahead.
The plan is, and I hope I can grab Ms. Wyndham before she gets out the door, and we can talk about the resolution. It'll either be a proposed joint resolution, or I've called it a mirror resolution, where whatever the school board adopts will refer to the county and vice versa. But that should be on the agenda for January 4th. The second thing I want to just say, if I can, as a matter of personal privilege, the board will recall that I was pushing pretty hard back in the spring and into the summer to hire the private consultant. And that was based on the experience that we had had 10 years ago, and actually before that, when the board was reduced from 10 to 5 members, the Office of Reapportionment, as it presently stands, didn't exist at that time. It's been changed as of, 3 years ago?
Yes, sir.
So, I just want to publicly state for Dr. Ledbetter, he made the right choice. I think.
Oh, hey, hold on. You got that, Lynn?
You notice I did not use the W word. I didn't say wrong. But no, I'm glad that the county did what they did, and I think it turned out better, saved us about $17,000. But apparently the newly constituted Office of Reapportionment is a lot more user-friendly for local governments than what it used to be.
Cool, that's awesome.
And what Tim mentioned about the joint resolution, I don't, just a discussion with the board members, how do you all feel about doing a joint resolution? I think that's a great idea.
I'm all for it because I believe it sends a strong message to the public, the people
Yes.
we represent, that we're on the same page. If you follow the news, I think it's in the newspaper. I think it's pretty clear that we're on the same page and moving this community forward in all facets. And I'm all for that. And I just wanted to publicly say thank you for the work that you've done. You're a great teacher with regard to our meeting with Mr. Simmons not too long ago in his office, and I've learned a lot. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
I feel the same. I think
Same.
I'm 100% want it to be identical.
Yeah.
And so we did no work and it was wonderful.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And Mr. Leader, I echo the same sentiments as the other board members. The fact that we were able to do it by property lines and not street lines, I think really sends a clear message of unity across the county. And looking at the proposed districts, I think this is something that we all should be willing to do a joint resolution on to support.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Ms. Cook is not here, but I will discuss with her, but I don't foresee her having any objections, knowing Ms. Cook like I do. And how does the county board, have you all discussed it for the joint resolution, Mr. Davis? Have the county board discussed a joint resolution with the school board?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Purposely held off on trying to move forward until you all were ready to go, so we could do a joint resolution so that our local legislatures saw how close we were on getting this done. So yes, we're all in agreement with joint resolution from the county side.
And thank you all for holding off till we do
It's
this.
the right thing to do.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. So, I guess Mr. Shepherd and Ms. Stephanie will take care of the rest.
And we have to have,
Shepherd should take care of the rest.
Okay.
and we have to have how many more hearings on this particular topic, or just
Yeah,
the one, and then we can do?
Yeah, we the January meeting, we can go ahead and vote on it. Yeah.
When will Spalding County vote on this? The 3rd?
We're doing it on the 3rd.
And we're
You
doing-
guys are doing it on the 4th.
Gotcha.
And if all goes well, we will have it in the hands of the Office of Reapportionment on the 5th, so we will be the first in line to drop our bill.
Okay,
All
great.
right. Great. Ms. Simmons, you have anything else?
No, sir, I do not, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so, that's good news. No, nothing for executive session, board members. Can we entertain a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
I meant to say, y'all like y'all didn't want to leave or something. Can we get a second?
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor? 4-0. We are hereby adjourned.